You're watching Weather AM. It's time for another weather update. We're going west to east across the country here. First, we begin in the prairies where red deer, some snowfall. This was really starting to kind of signify the time of the year where, travel on the roads, something you want to think twice about and certainly exercise some caution. How much more snow is on the way? Well, early in the day in the southern prairies, still some snowflakes, but that will really fizzle out as the day gets going. Cool temperatures in the aforementioned prairie region, but as we head later into the week, we're going to be seeing a nice bump in southern areas for the temperatures there. Meanwhile, today across eastern Canada, still some 20-degree temperatures to enjoy. We'll be unpacking that in just a moment. First, looking across western Canada, the temperatures in the prairies, only a 1-degree high for Regina, but it's going to be much warmer tomorrow. Now we'll talk about just how much warmer, but for the coastal sections of British Columbia, lots of rain on the way. Particularly, you can see the Prince Rupert, Bella area, but some of this moisture, will make its way into southern areas as well. Winds are going to be a factor. That's going to be pretty consistent over the next few days, but we should see some breaks in the wind in more southern areas, but fairly dry for areas like Vancouver until we get late Thursday into Friday. That's when we'll see this pattern sort of shifting and bringing a little bit more moisture to that part of the province. Now, again, for this afternoon, we're going to be double digits for Abbotsford, but the rest of southern parts of BC look to be below that 10-degree threshold. But we're going to be back to the double digits for Vancouver. But yes, that wet weather will kick off Friday and likely linger through quite a few days. Now, for Kelowna, there's a look at that 7-day forecast. Some active days in there as well. We mentioned today's cooler temperatures for the prairies, but look at tomorrow. This is quite a nice transition. You see Saskatoon, a 14-degree high, so quite a nice Thursday on tap after some of the earlier week chill and snowfall. Now, we can see things will be fairly snow-free as we look at southern areas, but can't say the same for more northern portions of the prairies as systems moving through will be clipping with some pockets of snowfall, tracking some winds as well. So the winds could be especially problematic where those snowflakes are flying in the north. Poor visibility, something we'll keep in mind. Now for Vancouver, helping to illustrate this multi-day warm-up, not going to last all that long as late weekend into early next week, we're back down to temperatures hovering around that 0 mark for daytime highs. Speaking of snowfall, we mentioned some of those heavier pockets of snow clipping parts of the northern prairies, but take a look into the Hudson's Bay region, parts of northern Ontario, western Quebec. Could be seeing some pretty meaningful snowfall. Take a look at that low pressure system through our Thursday into Friday. We'll be tracking that snowfall story there. Now, I mentioned some of the 20-degree temperatures still lingering in parts of eastern Canada for Windsor. Toronto, a high of 19, but as you can see, a couple areas are above that 20-degree mark. And out in Atlantic Canada, parts of the Maritimes will be warm, but a little bit unsettled today with that cold front moving through. Later this evening, those showers look to be arriving in Nova Scotia, and still some lingering patchy showers as we head into the day for tomorrow. Now, breezy conditions will also be something we're dealing with in Atlantic Canada. There's a look at some of those evening showers for our Wednesday evening in areas like Nova Scotia.